My name is Mark Obar as well. Today we are on a mentorship program known as SKL Mentorship Programs. And it's important for us to let you know that we have very well accomplished engineers and a doctor in the panel who will be introducing themselves in the next few minutes. I have Mrs. Carol Koech, we have Dr. Gladys Ngetich, and then we have Dr. Peggy Keme.
First one is value instillation, if that is the right word, like instilling correct values, humility, and all those things, discipline and such things. And then number two, self-confidence.
Our motto was walk in the light, and the teachers really taught us to walk in the light. It's to stay where you're supposed to be. Just as well do something more constructive, rest, catch up on your schoolwork. So those values actually helped me through campus. We learned self-discipline, just to do the right thing when nobody is watching, to walk out when you must walk out, when you've got something to go and do, not just because there's an opportunity to walk out. So being privileged sometimes can make you very comfortable that if you're not careful, then you don't work hard. So even for the privileged, I think especially for the parents, it's very important that you keep a close eye and mentor your children, talk to them, expect high things from them. Just the fact that you're able to provide, don't just keep providing. If they lose their pencils, don't just keep replacing, because then they do not learn to be responsible.
Interesting question. I will not pretend to be a parenting expert, but I will share my experience, being raised, and how those skills sort of play out today in my current role. I think for me, when I look at my current role, demands a lot of versatility. It demands being present, but more importantly, being able to handle many topics at the same time. I built that capacity because of how I grew up. As you know, see things and I know they've got to be done. It's not like there's no excuse. So being able to build that can-do attitude, I think was really part of growing up, because all these things. So you learn to juggle many balls in a day. And for a 10-year-old, being able to do that, that becomes your normal. So when I come to the office today and I have like 10 things to deal with, my brain is just able to switch between the different topics without really feeling that I am getting overwhelmed. A lot of children learn by modeling. They see and they see and they do what they are seeing. So that deliberate effort to be present, to participate, to inspire helps. To be honest, sometimes when you're fully engaged, maybe in a full-time role, it's always a balance of do I provide sufficient time or do I not? And sometimes we shoot ourselves, sometimes we don't. I'm not so sure how many people are going through this, but it is always a struggle to find a balance.
Just to say, I think if you have a dream, a serious dream you are chasing, then as a young person in uni, anything should not derail you. And if things go south, and they do happen, I'm not saying they can't happen. I think there are kind of ways to go around it, as long as you have like a vision and where you are headed. So I think somehow you can still end up there.
Dr. Peggy, particularly. So I want us to begin from the very basics of mentorship.
Thank you very much for this very interactive session and for the engaging questions. I think my parting shot is really, we need to kill the culture of Bora Uhai. That is about survival. You need to thrive. Let's not settle for mediocrity. Let's not settle for average. Work to be the best that you can be, not just to survive. Thrive in whatever environment that you are in. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome.
That's really nice. Bora Uhai.
Is it now? It should be Uwaibora.
Uwaibora is good,
Yeah,
but
okay.
Bora Uhai is good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Welcome, Doctor.
So me, I have two asks. Okay, so first of all, if you want to reach me, the best way to reach me is through my website, www.gladyschipkirui, as one word, .com. So whatever, if you want to discuss mostly about scholarships, someone had asked scholarship links. I have 400 plus active scholarships, so I can send that gladly to you. So because mentorship, mentee relationship is give and take, and I've given you guys, so I have two asks from you. The first one is if you like my story and you want to read more, I have two books, The Bold Dream and The PhD Journey. If you want to do masters or considering PhD, you can read more about my personal stories and tips and strategies of applying for scholarship, of thriving, or mostly abroad, because that's where I did my postgrad. And then number two, like I was telling Kipu, I'm currently going through transition, and I'm trying to wet my feet in entrepreneurship, and I'm building a startup, and the biggest question, the biggest scare at night, I'm like, am I building this thing and no customer will show up? But I'm also asking myself, is it worth not trying? But I want to try. So I'm building a startup, it's called Saidiwa Rides. So if you guys go to Saidiwa, like saidiwa.com, and download the app in early January, we'll be piloting SGR, from SGR to town, but it will be a taxi for, we like to call it, it's a marriage between Airbnb, for those who know, Airbnb, Uber, and Matatu. I'd really appreciate if you guys download it sometime end of December or January, and let me know what you think. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
So for me, first of all, I'm really grateful for this opportunity, and I would like to say to the audience and those that are online, you know that each of us has a path. It will never be the same for all of us, but it is being intentional that you can actually reach your destination. So I think sometimes we have to drive our destinies and not wait for destiny to drive us. It's by the decisions we make today that our lives turn out tomorrow. Thank you.
Can you just We've done a wonderful show. Discussion, and we welcome you to watch as many times as you can. You can download the same video, especially on YouTube, where it's available. At the same time, you can also contact my members of the panel privately, if so need be, and especially for the ones that have availed their contacts. I think that is quite important. At the same time, immediately after this, we will have a short photography more. Thank you so much. This was so easy. And anytime you want to do this, let me know. I'll be here. Thank you so much. May God bless you. And my name is Mark Obar.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Hi.
So we'll take a photo.